What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the 10-7 MMA. I'm DS, and I'm here with my guy, Dino Bam Bam. What's up, Dino Bam Bam?
Nothing much, man. Just finished watching this UFC 308. Some of our favorite fighters in the world just took some L's. It is a very fucking depressing 4 p.m. Central Time in the United States. So, it is what it is.
It is. So in this video, we're just going to cover the main event, yes?
Yeah, and then we'll do the full card breakdown afterwards.
Okay. All right. So if you're just tuning in, you probably heard by now, Max Holloway knocked out for the first time in his career by Ilia Topuria. And you hate to see it. You know, Max Holloway wasn't sure if he was ever going to get back to kind of a title picture, right? And everything seemed to break right for him. And then this, right? Give me your thoughts on the fight. Give me your, I don't know if you want to start from the first round and move up from there, but build me up a little bit there.
Sure, man. The first thing I'm going to say, Dino, just like an overall takeaway, Ilia Topuria is phenomenal, man. Like, it is what he is, who we thought he was, kind of thing. And if you guys watch the full card breakdown, we both chose Ilia Topuria. Obviously he was the favorite, but man, fuck, this kid's good. He comes into the UFC as a jiu-jitsu guy, right? As a very high-level grappler. And then now to see him take on back-to-back Hall of Famers, win the title from Volk, and then defend it against Max Holloway, both ending with vicious knockouts, is something fucking crazy. And then another thing to add on top of that, man, this kid's confidence is obnoxious. Going into that third round, I mean, it was kind of a close fight, right? I had Max winning both rounds. I could totally see it being 1-1. I could totally even see it being 2-0 for Topuria, right? He's landing the bigger shots, Max out-voluming him. But, like, you would never know it going into that third round. The kid looked calm. He looked composed. He looked confident. Confidence just, like, fucking drips off this dude.
Yep. Yeah, that's been evident, even before the Volk fight, right? And it's interesting because he puts all this pressure on himself and, builds it up and is talking all this shit. And, to some extent, obviously it's he's selling the fight, right? So more power to him, credit to him. He's kind of stepping into the villain role, if you will, knocking out all our favorite fighters. He's amazing. He's really good. He's got power. He's super fast. Man, sometimes the hooks that he throws, even the ones that aren't necessarily super technical, just so fast, man. So damn fast. A lot of power behind him. Max, the first thing I noticed, Max looked like double his size. Yeah. Pretty much. But yeah, that first round was super close. Topuria landed some good leg kicks. That's really the main source of damage from Topuria in the first round there. Max was landing the jab. He was using the jab really well. Landed some nice uppercuts too, some nice body kicks. He was throwing the front kick. So Max looked good. I gave him the first round. Very, very close though. The second round was probably, even closer. But before I had even decided what I wanted to grade the second round, the fight was over in the third. So obviously, Topuria lands a massive straight, just kind of running up or, lunging forward with that straight. Obviously, his height, it's not like he's like super duper short, but he is one of the shorter guys in the division. But it's very clear that he knows how to work with his height. So he's here to stay. He's the champion. Originally in our prediction video, I did say that he's going to knock Max out in the third round. But then, after listening to you and your breakdown, I kind of switched over and said he'll lose or Max will lose by decision. But yeah, I mean, what is there to say, man? He looks really goddamn good. But it was on its way to be a very close fight. If it ended up going the 5 rounds, I think it would have been a super close fight and Max would have had a real chance. But obviously, we didn't get there.
Yeah, man. And Dino, a couple things I want to touch on that you said there. His power is ridiculous for 145, man. It's the power. Obviously, like when you're throwing a punch, right? Speed factors into power, obviously, right? But he doesn't look like really whippy when he's throwing. It's just like really fucking tight. And even the big loopy shots look tight, as weird as that sounds.
Yep.
Like the kid fucking throws hard as shit when he's throwing upstairs. There was a couple moments in the first and second round where he just missed on some of those bombs that he was throwing towards Max Holloway. Another thing I have to touch on here, Ilia Topuria, man, Dino, it looks like he says Like, he does what the fuck he says he's going to do. Not only was he adamant in saying that I'm going to be the first person to, knock his lights out or put his lights out, whatever the term he was using was, said he was going to be the first person to knock out Max Holloway, and he did just that. Then he also said, when the fight starts, I'm going to point to the fucking middle, and we'll see if you're down to go. And he does the Max Holloway thing and points to the middle. Max kind of does like the bullfighter thing. It was a little bit of a cool moment, but it is what it is, man. This kid is fucking phenomenal on the feet. Max was giving him a little problem, like with the range. He was poking at him.
In the second round, it really looked like he was having difficulties finding the range. And also, as they were walking back to their corners in the second round, or at the end of the second round, I said to a person that I was watching the fight with, I was like, Ilia is definitely wearing it on his face more, like around his eyes. He's bruising. He's got some swelling. Max looks fine, Yeah. And Max ate some shots throughout, man, and we know he's hittable, but yeah, you can only eat so many. A clean, straight, with full power. I mean,
and that was really the first time you've ever seen Max Holloway's face kind of like, holy shit, after that straight that landed.
Oh, his
which
legs
was the beginning.
Spaghetti,
that was the beginning of the like the finishing sequence. Another thing, man, Max just, being true to who he is at that point, being absolutely rocked, not shooting in for a takedown, willing to stand there and fucking swing it out. Just, more kudos to Max for that.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I know, and I'm not trying to start anything here, but was it just I'm not saying it would have changed the outcome, but was it a smidge early?
The finish?
Yeah.
No, man. I thought he went out. To be honest with you, I think the finish was.
I couldn't really tell. I only watched it the one time. I couldn't really tell. At first, I was like, but maybe that was just me trying to be hopeful and trying to cope.
It looks like he didn't go out when you watch the replays, but watching it live, I thought he went out. I think the stoppage was fine. That was the end of the fight. Like it best case scenario, you let the guy eat 2 more punches and he actually goes to sleep. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
The hammer fist again. I don't think it would have changed the finish, but.
Yeah.
But then at that point, why let him take more damage,
Right. So 2 more things, Dino. We said it in the full card breakdown, which, by the way, I went 12-1 on that card. I know you did really well
Good shit, bro.
But one thing we talked about, man, do not let Ilia Topuria get you backed up behind that black line, get you backed up towards that fucking cage. All of his UFC knockouts, besides the one that we saw live, ironically enough, against Ryan Hall. But I think maybe even that one was on the black line because that was a ground and pound finish. But he finishes people up against the cage, man. That's what he does. He feels comfortable there. He throws big as shit there. You don't have the ability to go back. So your only option is left or right. And he tends to catch people when they're over there. They brought Alexander Volkanovski into the cage. Ilia Topuria being very respectful to Max and Volk after the fight, saying if anyone deserves a rematch for the title, it is Volkanovski, having defended his title so many times. Interested to see if he'll take that fight in February in Sydney, Australia.
He said he's not going to, but
right. But I think that's Ilia Topuria playing that villain that he plays pre-fight. He's a different guy afterwards, right? Like he's very respectful
100%.
In the fight, in the post-fight, in the time leading up to the next fight being booked. He's very, very respectful, and he has been adamant in saying that he respects these guys. They're legends, and but I'm next. And he said something along the lines of, even if I could do a quarter of what Max Holloway did, like, I'd be blessed to have that. So I think deep down, like, he respects these guys. He gets it. It's MMA. It's difficult, but we'll see. If he gives Volk the fight in February, that'd be great for Volkanovski to get to fight in Sydney. If not, it is what it is. Maybe we'll extend. At this point, Dino, I have no choice but to pick Ilia Topuria to knock out Volk, again at this point, early.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's my thought process right now. But
he's
kudos to him, man. He deserves to be in that. He's got to be number 3 pound for pound. I don't know what the fuck he is right now, but the only people that have an argument to be ahead of him are Poatan and Islam Makhachev. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and then what's next after that? A featherweight, after Volk, there's,
Diego Lopez, and then if he beats Diego Lopez, I mean, I know he hasn't cleaned out the division, but like guys like Yair Rodriguez, Arnold Allen are coming off losses. I guess Mofsar, if he can get a win over Aljamain Sterling, I totally
like his odds against all those guys as of now.
Me too, man. And I think if he were to go up to fight Islam Makhachev, he would get mauled.
Same.
But you know, I think Islam's just a different level. He's so much bigger. But shit, that'd be a fun fight, I guess.
I mean, yeah, Ilia's quite small, man.
Yeah.
Literally half Max's size. And one thing I just want to mention before we sign off here, it's like we talked about this before in the breakdown and how Max is really good at not letting himself get against the cage, and his lateral movement is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ilia, to me, at least to me, I learned today that it's not about being back. It could be a second. It could be a moment.
Yeah.
So if for a moment he gets you there, he's a sniper with it, right? Like he already has in his mind the path that he's going to take to you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
very interesting, high level stuff.
He
Yeah,
sees things, man. Dino, his IQ's phenomenal. His vision, like his foresight of what's happening is it's next level. And you don't have to be like a trained martial artist to see it, or like, you know, some kind of taekwondo or kickboxing, like fucking black belt or anything like that. Like, but you just watch the difference. You watch a lot of these fights, you see that he has something. He's special, man. Like he can see the next things that are coming, and he just goes after them. And again, the confidence. I just want to harp on that. But yeah, the kid's fucking special, man.
no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. All right. I mean, that's it. That was the main event. We'll see what's next for Ilia Topuria and Max Holloway. I'm sure we'll be breaking it down soon. So
Yeah.
if you want to log us out, brother.
Yeah. So if you guys enjoyed that video right there, because I didn't enjoy making it, because I'm sad, because Max lost, Whitaker, it was just a sad day. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed, please do us a favor. Consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It would mean the world to us. And you can also follow us on Instagram, where Dino, our Instagram is blowing up with Ilia Love and Max Hate, talking mad shit. But if y'all want to follow us there, it's at the107MMA, same way it's spelled on this very channel. Guys, that is DS. My name is Dino Bam Bam. UFC 308 just ended, and Ilia Topuria Abturo is and still. So we'll see what's next. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.